A recent survey on which tracks the value conservation to the value creation journey for India Inc. and also the path to recovery from COVID really talks about how Indian businesses are actually facing the challenges that COVID has thrown to them. The hospitality segment in particular has been subjected to significant headwinds owing to the COVID situation. And today, to talk about some of the challenges the sector faces, we have Mr. Singh from Interglobe. Welcome, Mr. Singh. It's a pleasure to talk to you. And I'm sure you have much to tell us. What do you see as the biggest challenges that the sector is seeing at the moment? And how do you think you are looking to overcome them?
So if you really look at the structure of the hospitality industry, it's an industry which is, heavily capital intensive. So therefore, there's a huge amount of capital that gets involved, and therefore there's a huge amount of fixed cost that sort of sits in the industry. But the bigger ones is trying to understand the size of demand, customer behavior, and most importantly, uncertainty. Which means now, one of the other big challenges is managing that capital that has been sort of invested. There's money to be paid to the banks. If we look at the whole industry, it broadly owes about 45,000 crores to the banks. So we are institutional investors, but larger part of the industry is not. And there's a huge unstructured industry that also operates. Or this COVID is going to throw up new trends for the industry. And these trends, if I was to just sort of loosely bucket them, will be around responsibility. This is an industry which is also an overcapitalized industry. It has a lot of inefficiencies that have been built in the industry, the way the industry is constructed, or the laws and policy that exist around the industry. So businesses will have to look at it from a more responsible way. The government will have to look at it from a more responsible way. Technology interventions, not just around the customer acquisition side or just the customer engagement side, but also on how the back of the house gets managed and how we run our businesses, from a supply chain perspective, a procurement perspective, managing our assets perspective, and so on. And finally, I think one of the things that will significantly impact this industry, I suppose that's for everyone, is the changing demographics. We anyway employ a very young workforce. We are the youngest sort of population in the country. We now need to understand how our hotels should look, because this young population will just not be our colleagues and our employees, but also our customers, our regulators, and so on.
So, Mr. Singh, if I can ask you just another question. What is the industry really doing for its revival? And what do you think the shape of that revival will really look like as we try and maybe crystal ball gaze into the future?
When we look at revival, there are a couple of things that we need to keep in mind. The crisis that we are going through is really accelerating change. So a lot of these changes were possibly anyway needed by the industry. But what's going to happen as we get on the other side of this? The industry will be forced to look at these changes. There are other big macro trends that are possibly going to stay here longer than this crisis. And these macro trends are defining how our cities are growing and so on. And urbanization, as we all know, is a big trend. A lot of the large megacities in Asia are going to come out of India, out of China. Delhi is going to become the most populous city in the world in the next 10 years. And these are trends that we cannot sort of ignore. And we have to look at our businesses mapping those trends as well. And that's just not what this crisis is throwing up. And we have to kind of sort of find a mix. So clearly the businesses have to get more agile, more responsible. I think people need to go back to the drawing board and remodel the business from a return on capital perspective, from the sizing of the building perspective, from the energy side, from the design side. The technology piece must be bought in because distribution also is a very key component of this industry. And I do believe that as we are sitting in the middle of this digital explosion, distribution landscape is also going to change quite rapidly. But the industry will also have to look at how they can use technology and sort of merge industries and find more sort of collaboration with allied industry. So technology and distribution will sort of but there's a very important component that has to happen to accelerate this industry, and that's policy. Because if policy is not agile, then the industry will not be able to sort of respond with the speed that it needs to respond.
Thank you for that answer. Great response. Actually, if you look at our survey, you talked about technology and digital. I think that comes through many a times in our survey. And of course, we talk about supply chains. We talk about the human angle and how the supply chains are getting disrupted. But one of the important things which also sort of came out across from a survey was that how and to the point that you were making about best use of capital, how organizations will use this COVID crisis to outsource a lot of stuff and get into partnerships and collaborations. So any views on that, Mr. Singh?
This is the need of the industry even pre-COVID, but a subject that has not been it's not a subject that comes on for debate. But I think when institutional investors like we come into the game, we start to look at it with a slightly different lens. Outsourcing has to happen. If a heavy capex industry like ours, we have to find ways to deconstruct our costs to start with, and how we move, from fixed costs to variable costs, and the typical process. But more importantly, the business environment is changing. So if I was to just take an example, let's look at the food business. The food business is changing. The whole parallel food industry that is very, very, very agile, very nimble, and sort of very, very focused and very well segmented. That has emerged in India, which was not there, so in the past. And hospitality now has to start to see how we can deconstruct and not do everything ourselves. We need to find partnerships, like you said, or call it outsourcing. But I think partnerships is possibly a more responsible way to look at it. And I think that applies to a lot of functions in a big asset like a hotel. And that is an area that will not just provide agility and efficiency, but I think it will also provide a better quality in many sort of sense. It's very, very important for all businesses, just not for hospitality, to go back and revisit their core. Everything is getting so specialized now. And that could be your competitive edge if one is able to build centers of excellence around the core rather than try to do yourself.
Thank you, Mr. Singh. I think what you said about us trying to reinvent ourselves is absolutely critical. I think we should not waste a crisis. That's what we have always learned. And I think some of what you just told us is about not getting deterred by the challenge that the COVID crisis has thrown to us, but actually looking at ways and means to be agile and find out new products, new ways of doing things, new ways of managing, repairing our balance sheet, and starting ourselves in the reconfigure and restart, and then in the reconfigure space.